This video doesn't need much of an intro. I challenged toxic players to 1v1, but then queued 2s with them instead to see how they'd react. Just imagine you're a toxic player and you've just accepted the challenge to 1v1 your trash teammate from the previous game. That's me. But instead, you're launched into a ranked 2s game with the very teammate you despise. You're then faced with a tough decision. Are you gonna rage and abandon the game, giving yourself a 5-minute ban? Are you gonna sit there and lose on purpose, which drops your rank even further? Are you gonna reform and become a non-toxic to try to win this game with your trash teammate? Or are you gonna find a way to get your trash teammate back? There's just so many options. I got this idea one time when I was trolling this toxic player who got mad at me for this play, which apparently was a back pass, and then said he'd 1v1 me so hard I'd uninstall. So I decided to mess with him a little bit, and I kept adding mutators to the private match. Then when he was just about to leave, I decided to take it to the next level by queuing a 2s game without his knowledge. Then to mess with him even more, I built up a lead for us, then let the other team come back, and finally scored the game-winning goal for the other team with 0 seconds remaining. So this was obviously a little toxic, even for me, but I thought it'd be funny, and he did seem to get a kick out of it. Anyway, I decided in the future I'd actually try to play with the toxic players I'd come across, rather than throwing and being toxic back. And that's where we find ourselves today. It always starts with such a normal game. I like to give a little bit of the background information for each one. Sometimes you don't need much though, like this. I missed that save. I mean, he missed 2 to be fair. Whatever. We're not here to decide whose fault it was. Mistakes happen all the time in Rocket League. No need to get toxic. And that's when I spotted subject number 1. I really am curious how they're gonna react, because like what? I don't even know what I would do if I was gonna 1v1 and I got pulled into a 2s game. Here we go. He's not doing anything. He's just sitting there. Oh, he's laughing. That's good. Laughter's good. That means he thinks it's funny. He's not defending though. So is he gonna throw? Yep. Looks like he's gonna throw. Okay, I'm just gonna tell them my teammate is nervous. Says he's not gonna try. Oh, my opponent's nervous too. So for this one, I'm not actually undercover. I am actually sunless. Normally I go undercover. Everyone's all nice to me when I'm sunless. I don't know why. Just tell me I suck. Well, this guy didn't care. So props to Cheech for telling me I suck. And now, we've just tied it up. So Cheech is kind of turning it around. Like, he's coming back. I need to tell Cheech that I almost missed that, though. I have to admit to him. 20 seconds left. That looked like a ghost hit, but he scored it. We're going to win this game. So props to Cheech, man. He turned it around. His toxicity is cured. So I'd say the first subject did pretty well. Oh yeah, here I am a couple seasons ago using a Dominus. Basically, he was mad. I said all he does is get dunked on. He was mad back at me and he wanted to 1v1. So here we are. I did need another test subject for this experiment and I didn't even have to challenge him. These opportunities are pretty rare. I don't just go around just flaming people and challenging them to 1v1s all the time. Like this is a project that's been going for a long time. We have to gather a variety of reactions. And boy, did we get a reaction on this one.
Well, no one's gonna top that.
Down 2-0. Little fake there. Oh, no, that one was not a real fake. Oh, and my teammate is not playing. It's only 2-0, so let's see if he's mad or something. He wants to forfeit. Nah, you just can't do none. Okay, well, fair play. So I asked if he wants to 1v1, and he said yeah. So he became test subject number 3. Let's see how he reacts. A simple okay. And that's pretty much it. Like, this guy is just pretty chill. He didn't really say anything. He's kind of like, yeah, I mean, we're playing 2s now. Just switched gears. Did his best. I mean, can you really say anything bad about someone like this? I mean, yeah, he stopped playing when it was 2-0 and he could have easily scored a goal and made it 2-1. So he has a terrible attitude, but he wasn't like openly hostile to me. He was just like, yeah, you suck, dude. I'm not gonna play with you. But now he has to play with me, so. I'm just looking for a teammate, someone to play with me. Anyway, they come back. It's 3-3. That was lucky. I'm vibing with this guy. Like, he's chill. We're good. Except we're not good. We lost in overtime. So I respect that guy. He was fine. Our next subject really turned the tables on me, though. So this is a clip from my Toxic Players video. It's just this guy, Diego, bumping me for boost. It was just kind of funny. I threw it in there. Anyway, he tweeted at me, I appeared in your video yesterday. I'm Diego and you're a trash. You only put the part that I bump you. It's true, I didn't put the other part where he also bumped me again. I challenge you to 1v1, trash. So I don't actually think I'm good at Rocket League. I'm not always trying to 1v1 people, so I ignored it initially. But then, I was playing ranked. This is a random ranked game. I ran into the dude again, and he did this. I mean, that's as free as it gets. That's wide open. And I don't have a problem with people sucking. It's just, if you're gonna flame other people, then you better not be making a ton of mistakes yourself. That's all I'm saying. So yeah, then I made a mistake there. What a save, what a save. Forfeits, it's 2-0. Throws. So that's Diego, okay? Just some reference, that's Diego. So this is test subject 4. I decided to run this experiment on him rather than 1v1ing him. So this is probably good because he said he was a GC2 and I'm only a GC1 peak in ones, so he's probably better at ones than me. This search is taking forever. I thought for sure he was gonna dip because it's kind of obvious we're not going into a private match. Really curious to see how he reacts since he was pretty hostile to me setting this up in the first place. He says no problem. So yeah, he might actually be a good teammate. You never know how someone's attitude changes when, you know, they're just forced to be on your team. So we gave up a goal, we're down 1-0, and this is where he decides to forfeit. But he's kind of playing. It's really confusing. It's like he doesn't want to forfeit and like go down in his rank. He said he's not following my game. So he knows I'm playing a game with him at least. Be serious, he says. I like that. Anyway, so he just basically threw the rest of the game. And that was that. He left the party and I was like, all right, well, that was a solid one, I guess. I was in free play and I get an invite from Diego. Okay, so he does actually want a 1v1. You know what? I could actually go for a 1v1. So why not? Diego, the genius, pulls me into a threes game. He reverse Uno'd me. Kept calling me 30. So honestly, Diego's just kind of owning me here at this point. Our teammate is in shambles. Isn't this threes, he says? All I can say is it's a long story. I mean, how can I possibly explain this scenario to the lobby? I just can't. Sometimes you just can't explain it. You just have to just take the L. Here's some wisdom from Diego. All good, but before assuming you are good at the game, try to really be. And I took that to heart. For our next game, I decided to shake it up a little bit. We had a toxic opponent, which I don't think, by the way, I don't think saying what a save is really that toxic. I wouldn't normally do this, but I was looking for one more test subject. So I thought, you know what? Throw down the gauntlet, baby. You want to save my teammate? Jay, I'll clap you in a 1v1 after this. I don't actually normally talk like that. Jay says, hey. Meanwhile, we got to finish this game. Unfortunate miss from my teammate. Jay, what a saves him again. So I got to defend my teammate's honor, you know, or something. I kind of do. Tied it up, and then later in overtime, get the win. But that doesn't matter. What matters is the experiment. And Jay Whata saves his teammate as well, too. I just Whata saving the whole lobby. There it is. What a save. Subject 5. It's really not that toxic. Whatever. We're just still looking for that test subject that will take this experiment and we'll turn it around and we'll win some games. You know, that's really the goal here. See how he reacts. I love how I look at him like he's going to make a face at me with his car. Doesn't really say anything. Says absolutely nothing, even when I make a mistake there. 0 boost, up too far, get scored on. The opponents were like, how do you have those wheels? Talking about my wheels for some reason. Now all of a sudden they're cocky. They're up 3-0. It's not looking good for me and Jay, but you know, maybe they got a little overconfident. So then I tell them I'm sunless. That's how I have these wheels. And he says, makes sense. I don't know if that's an insult or a compliment. But we make it a 1-goal game again. And then I chase the ball like an absolute monkey. But we get the goal. Now we're kind of feeling it. Jay almost had the game-winning goal there. I just really want to win a game with the Toxic, other than Cheech. And with 5 seconds left, Jay gives me this ball. Let's go. A 0-second goal against these guys. And Jay Whata saves them, as is tradition. So that was pretty great. Probably the best moment with a toxic teammate so far. I asked him if he wants to play another game. The opponent was salty and said, I can see how you're sunless because you're inconsistent as hell. And I said, thanks. But me and Jay were having a good time, so I was like, let's play another game. He said, sure. And in this one, we kind of just, we just kind of dominated, to be honest. And there you have it. Some of our subjects raged and left, some refused to play, some outplayed me at my own game, and some played with the hand they were dealt and made the most of it. If you want to see more Rocket League experiments like this, hit that sub button and let me know in a comment what you'd like to see next. I'll do pretty much anything, except dancing on TikTok. Or using a scarab. Or going for more Athena flicks. Or getting good at Rocket League. But other than that, like, yeah, pretty much anything's on the table.